Dela writes, my MVVs, welcome. The Milk of Destiny bad that was supposed to be performed with, Ooni of Ife's wives, was said to be performed with Olori Naomi alone. And they said the Oloris just could not bear it as they were left in, their arches, as in they were so angry. They could not understand why, that Milk of Destiny bad that was supposed to be performed with other Oloris and every other Olori was not performed. And Ooni of Ife has changed everything and decided that he is going to perform the Milk of Destiny bad with only Olori Naomi. Now, they said when the Ooni of Ife got married to these Oloris, okay, they said the Milk of Destiny bad was one, a ritual that he had initially performed with them, okay? And for a king, that Milk of Destiny bad is performed every year with his wives, okay? And this is something that gets to bind them together, put them together, get them to think about each other, get them to walk in oneness, in harmony, in togetherness and all of that. But for the Ooni of Ife to have made up his mind this time that he's going to do that Milk of Destiny bad just with Olori Naomi, which was something that other Oloris did not find funny, they couldn't understand. But my take with this is that how is it possible that you cannot understand? That it means that everything that the man has been saying, that, he wants to take off immunity, is something that you guys do not take serious, because if you took that serious, you will understand why he is performing the Milk of Destiny bad with Olori Naomi alone. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Dela Ram. I bring you fresh and spicy gist from the source. And still on the Royals. How are you guys doing? Happy New Week to you. I appreciate you. I love you. Show Adukbe, my people. If you're yet to subscribe, kindly go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And do not forget to turn on the notification bell. And do not forget to give this video a thumbs up. Now, a lot of things have been happening in the palace. A lot of things have been happening in the palace, okay? You know that it's been like 3 years or 2.5 years. Yeah, I think 3 years since Naomi left the palace of the Ooni of Ife. It's been bad, but it's been a whole lot. And a lot of things went, water, so many waters passed under the bridge, okay? And to restore all of this, there are so many different rituals that are supposed to be done. The most important ones, which happen to be the full moon ritual, has been done. But you do remember that there is still an Ofarende ritual there that needs to be done. And there are small rituals here and there that needs to be done. Now, there is a reason why Kabiyesi is called the only living deity. It is not a joke, yeah? It is not a joke. Now, being a wife to the Ooni of Ife is not a joke, okay? It is not something that is that easy, okay? And getting married to the Ooni of Ife and leaving and coming back again is not a joke. There are so many different rituals that they will continue to run until everything will find its natural equilibrium. And one of those rituals right now is the, milk bath, okay? It's a ritual, it's very important to the royal family and all of that. I may not really be able to describe it well, but of course, if if you have people who are close to the royal household, they will describe this ritual very well. Now, they say when the Ooni of Ife got married to these women, that they had performed the milk bath, okay? But the milk bath is a bath that is supposed to be performed every year. Every year, it doesn't necessarily have to be at the beginning of the year or the middle of the year or the end of the year. Ooni of Ife takes time to arrange for the milk bath, and they all do it together. But this time, he has refused to do it. He's doing it with one woman, Olori Naomi alone, and that is what is causing so many problems, because a lot of things are changing in the palace, operation wise, the way palace is being run, a lot of things are really, really changing because, of course, you know that the government is going to be different from the time Olori Naomi returns back to the palace, and everybody is shaking. Everybody is shaking. Everybody is shaking because they don't know what else to do, as Ooni of Ife is insisting that he is going to remove royal immunity from some of the Oloris. The palace of the Ooni of Ife had, known many storms, but never one quite like this. From the polished courtyard lined with white marble to the inner chamber where ancestral marks watched from the walls, there was a heavy, trembling silence. Silent walk on, servant walk on tiptoe. Even the royal drummers, who usually fill the afternoon with gentle batter rhymes, had let their talking drums rest. It was as if the entire palace was holding its breath, waiting for something they did not know how to describe, but instinctively feared. Word had already spread like wildfire, carried from the lips of maid to the ears of chief, from gatekeepers to the old mothers who saw beat outside the palace walls. Ooni of Ife had made a decree, one that would not only change the emotional climate of the palace, but rearrange the spiritual foundation of the royal household. He had announced that he would perform the sacred Ibomi Umi ritual, the milk of destiny, but exclusively with Olori Naomi, not with the rest of his Oloris, not even with a select few, only Queen Naomi. Yes, so only Queen Naomi. For generations, they say the Ibomi Umi ritual had been whispered about, the deep, respect, almost feared among the Yoruba. It's known as a, ritual that permanently bounds the Ori, the inner head, and the destiny of a king to the woman he chose to be his heart true keeper. Okay. It was more than love. It's spiritual. It's beyond marriage. Once performed, no other woman could ever hold the same, sway over the king's spirit. No power of witchcraft, no family conspiracy, no foreign charm could break it. It's a covenant watched over by Orimola, Osun, and the countless ancestors whose bones lay beneath the land of Ile Ife. So this bird is a very sacred one, and it's not supposed to be reserved for just one wife. It's supposed to be reserved for the wives to the Ooni of Ife, but he has chosen that he is performing this bird going forward with just one woman, Olori Naomi. And a lot of people are saying, how about Dr. Elizabeth and all of that? But one thing that we must understand about Dr. Elizabeth is that this woman has wisdom, and the woman knows how to operate. So she may not really mean anything to her if Kabiyesi says, do not worry. They say when Ebony heard this decree, she nearly lost her mind. Ebony had been a quiet yet formidable figure in the palace for years. She was there long before they said Olori Naomi arrived, even before Wurola. At least that's the drum she's been beating. That's her cry, that she has been there. They cannot pull her out like that. And this Ibomi Umi ritual is very, very important. Remember something that happened, I think, last month, where the monthly ritual that they do, is it really ritual or monthly ritual that they do after the after the circle, they will go and clean themselves up to get themselves clean enough for, the king. That is the Arole Oduduwa, the only living deity. This thing that we see during the monthly period, this our monthly period, is considered dirty, okay? So usually for somebody like the Ooni of Ife, you have to do certain kind of cleansing, okay? After that monthly period, you do that cleansing every month, okay, before you are prepared to even meet with the Ooni of Ife. When I talk about meet, I'm talking about, with due respect, what husband and wife, what they do, okay, or what we do. And so, do you remember that they went and locked, remember that Ooni of Ife ordered them to lock that prayer place, that shrine where they usually used to do the cleansing. that nobody has gone there. They have not. So what that means to a lot of people is that if Ooni of Ife is saying that the cleansing does not matter anymore, what he is saying is that he doesn't even want them anymore. And now this Obomi Umi ritual is another indicator that Ooni of Ife is done and dusted with some of these women. They might go for events, they might laugh, they might look good, and all of that is what you see outside. But what do you see inside is what matters, because on the inside there is no iota of happiness. This is what we are hearing, if the information is correct. And they said when Oni decided to do this just with Olori Naomi, like, and leaving the other Oloris indoors, in their doors, or more, they said the palace could not contain anyone. I'm going to bring you more update. Do not forget that these are all alleged, rumored, unverified information making the rounds on social media and should not be seen as fact.